much better. Hello, Tyrone, darling. Hello, Tanya. BBXY, hello. Jennifer Corvina, hello, darling. Brandy, well, hello, gorgeous, back to you. Oh, Kung Fu Jim, my minge is on the mend. It is. James, Las Vegas, hello. Hello. You're on time, Caitlin, and I'm early. I am. No parking, hello, darling, how are you? Oh, I hope so. I do indeed hope so. I'm doing much better, James. Thank you for asking. I've been on the mend, my poor minge. Hello, shenanigans. Hello, colorful gecko. Oh, yes, I am. Thank you, darling. I am. You're so glad I'm live. I'm glad I'm live as well. I am. Oh, thank you, no parking, darling. It's quite late here in Scotland. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm a bit tired, but I'm here for you. Joey, hello, darling. Hello. Good evening, silent witness. Good evening. Oh, thank you, Joey. Thank you. I'm a bit hoarse at the moment. I've been doing a lot of talking today. Thank you, shenanigans. Even at 3 o'clock in the morning, I can still look delicious. You have, Jennifer. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Rose Thorne, hello, my darling. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I do appreciate it. I've been through quite an ordeal this past month, I must say. Say hi to my friend Titi. Hello, Titi. That sounds very naughty, but I know it's not. Titi. Oh, thank you, Rose. Thank you, darling. Oh, dear D. Higgins. I was heard to call you Higgy, and you say it right there. Higgy loves the Duchess, and the Duchess loves Higgy. And thank you for the super chat, my dear. Thank you, my darling. I do appreciate it, and I know Maya does as well. Hello, Amanda, my darling. Hello. Lynn Smith. Lynn Smith, hello. I do love you all, and I'm so glad you're here with me tonight. This evening, Saturday night for some people, Sunday morning for some like myself. Very early Sunday morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, we're going very fast here. Let me see. Shavita, hello, beautiful. How have you run into Maya lately? I have been talking to him all day. I have. He's been making sure that I was ready and comfortable and that my minge was on the mend. And I said, yes, it is. And I will be here for you. I will do it, my darling. Hot damn, your grace. Well, thank you, Whimsical. I was told to call you Grammy, so I shall. I shall. Hello, hello. Oh, I love you too, Lynn Smith. I love you too. Verbena verbatim. Hello, darling. Did he give you the bubble wrap for your minge? He told me about the bubble wrap. He did. I have some of my own, you know. I do. Hello, Duchess. I've been watching your videos. You are more fabulous than a bag of pork rinds and beers. Well, thank you. Thank you, Trailer Park Davida. I do appreciate that. Being compared to pork rinds and beers. Delightful. You have that right. Oh, that is right. I got my minge ravished last night. Well, good for you, colorful gecko. It's been a year, so I know how you feel. Yes, it has been a year for me, but what I was dealing with, my darlings, was quite a lot. It was a lot Thank you, Kathy Ann. Thank you, my darling. I do love them. I know it's hard to see everything, but I do love my jewels. I even have a brooch. It's just hanging down very low. It was very inappropriate of me to do that. What shall we talk about? Oh, we're going to get there, darling. It's the introduction portion of the live at the moment. We will get there, my dear. Succubi. I do not know what you're talking about. I do not know what you're even talking about, my darling. I'm not drinking tonight, Kung Fu. It is 3 o'clock in the morning, my dear. I'm not going to be drinking tonight. I am, Shavita. I'm very hoarse tonight, darling. I've been talking all day long. It has taken my breath away. My vocal cords, they are ripped. Completely ripped. Just like my minge was. Completely destroyed. But I'm still here for you. I am. Situating my things, my darlings. I was a bit early tonight. Philly here. Do you mean Philadelphia, my darling? Not alcohol tea. Yes, my dear. Australian. Oh, I know all about Dame Edna. We are dear, dear friends. We are. We chat. We do. We used to correspond frequently. You would fancy some tea? I'm not drinking, Rose. Oh, tea. Yes, darling. Yes. I do love my tea. I do love my wine as well, but tonight is just not one of those nights. Thank you, Ree, my dear. I feel wonderful. I do. My poor Tiara. Do you love the diamonds, my darlings? Situated back there. It gets away from me sometimes, darling. Are you having ginger tea that is delicious? I love all flavors of tea. I do. Especially the mint. Peppermint, mint. Delicious. How is everyone's evening? You love twisted teas out of a classic can by a fire. Well, isn't that delightful? It is delightful. Very American, I assume. Very Southern American, I assume. Why, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Yes, I love Earl Grey as well. I do. Mint tea bag and hot cocoa is delicious. I will try that, Caitlin. I will try that. Mint tea in hot cocoa. Sounds delicious. Not as delicious as I am, but it sounds delicious. The diamonds are glorious and your hair is particularly charming this evening. Thank you, darling. Thank you. The diamonds are delicious as well. They are. I do love to drip myself in diamonds. I do. That blue ring. I don't have a blue ring, my darling. Got diamonds tonight. Diamonds. You love my blue jewelry. I'm going to try that as well, Shenanigans. I think it would be absolutely splendid. Do you put the tea in the cup first and add the milk, or do you put the milk in the cup first? What? Do you put the tea in the cup first, then add the milk? Or do you put the milk in the cup? I always put the tea in first. Always. Depending on the day, I don't like a lot of cream or milk. Ever. Sometimes I don't drink it at all. Yes, I tried that chocolate mint tea. Very good. It does sound... It reminds me of Christmas. It does. It reminds me of Christmas. On your right hand, I thought it was blue, but it's beautiful. No, my darling, it's diamonds. Diamonds tonight. Diamonds themed. Diamond themed tonight, my darling. Many, many, many diamonds everywhere. I love my diamonds. Cream always first. Oh, Oh, Rose, you naughty thing. I think you're being naughty. I think you are, Rose. I think you're being very naughty. And I love it. I do. Michael, love you. Oh, thank you, Michael, darling. I love you too. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And Maya appreciates it as well. Yes, he does. Milk and tea, no, just Splenda, please. Splenda, such a California thing. Put some Splenda in it. Not everyone has the panache or the gravitas to pull that look off. Thank you, my darling. Not many people do. There are some that could pull this look off, but not many, and I'm glad and I'm lucky to be one of them, and you're lucky to see me be one of them. Diamonds are a Duchess's best friend. They are. I do love them. I am partial to my sapphires, my blue sapphires. I do. Those are my favorite. They are. But diamonds, I seem to find you get more variety, especially in larger things. I love large diamonds. And I find in the purchasing or the inheriting of jewelry, the diamonds are always the biggest and the easiest to get a hold of, the big ones. I like big things, darling. In more ways than one now. In more ways than one. Ask my Minge. I tell you. Where is Maya? I assume he's either sleeping or having a snack. It is what time is it in America? What time is it in New York? What time is it in New York? Does anybody know? Can somebody tell me? Big things for the Minge, that is right. But not as frequent as I would like it. I learned my lesson, my darlings. I did. I learned my lesson about big things with my Minge. 10-10. I assume he's probably watching me. He better be watching me. I'm working my breasts off for that bastard. He better be watching me. I am. Love it's 10 carats. 10 carats, I love it. I love it. You have to be selective with things for the Minge. No rough corners. No, darling, no rough corners at all. No. But I did learn, my darlings, from my previous experience, my recent experience, to be very careful not to go too many rounds with someone who is very large. If you know what I'm talking about. Say hi to Maya. He's definitely... Hello, Maya, darling. You better be watching. I'm working for you, darling. I am. I should be sleeping at 3 a.m. in the morning. But I'm not. I'm still awake for you, darling. I am. Big things are better. This guy here in the trailer park makes my Kuta hat. Gotta take pain pills for it. Oh, darling, I feel so bad for your Kuta. That's such an abrasive term for it. I'd rather use Minge. It sounds much better, but you use your Kuta. Use your Kuta. I'm sure you do. Use your Kuta in the trailer park. Such as Brock O'Hearn says hello. Oh, Brock O'Hearn. One of my dream men. If I could grab him and take him, I would. I would hold him in the dungeon of Beaverton Castle. I would. For my pleasure. I do. Trailer Park, you're killing me. You're killing shenanigans, Trailer Park. You're getting it, darling. Oh, how did I miss the first 14 minutes? I don't know, Annie. It's just been a bit of an introduction. I've been talking about my mending Minge. Mimsy, that we might be going home tomorrow. I need advice on remembering to be careful when changing the boys' diapers. Because, well, you know what happens if you don't keep it covered. Yes, yes, I do. I had 2 boys myself, and although I did not change their diapers, I did watch the servants do it. And they did have a bit of a shower from my children, from my boys. They did. What, Idris Elba? Oh, he is delicious as well. He is. The minge in 24 carats, yes. That's why it hurts. My girl piece is the size of a gerbil. My darling, I'm so sorry about your gerbil-sized minge. So sorry. Only the Duchess can fit 24 carats in her minge. That is right, darling. That is right. Before I had the pleasure and the honor of being the Duchess, I used to put things in my minge. I used to. Like the one person that they covered, the granny there that stuck all the things, all the food and products, things up her minge. I used to do that too. It'd be a bit of a klepto. I wanted something. I just sucked up there, darling. I did. That was back in the days of my stripper. When I was a stripper. I miss those days sometimes, darling. I miss being able to move like that. I do. The Duchess's Minge of Mystery. Yes, it should be a ride. I should have my minge be a ride. The Duchess of, what is it? The Minge of Mystery, yes. I'm going to write that down, darling, because I think that is lovely. Minge of Mystery. The Duchess of Beaverton's Mystery Minge. Come, check it out, won't you? Oh, I love it. Do you have a special minge doctor when it's not working in order? I do, darling. We all have special doctors. And she's on call sometimes, you know. And that evening, it was about 12 hours of passionate lovemaking. And I tell you, I was on the phone as fast as I could. I was very, very, very sore. Very sore, very sore. It was in non-operational mode. And I was instructed to stay in bed, to ice it, to mend it. I even had shamans come in and bless it. I did. I had people chanting and bells going off and candles and everything for my minge. And that is why I was not around. I will admit, and I apologize for being selfish and using my status to get some love during this pandemic. But I didn't search for it, darling. It came to me. Now, I will tell you, I told you before in the deleted live that fat bastard deleted on me, that I have a lover for every day of the week except for Sunday. Sunday just is my day of rest. However, Sunday's when I found the new lover. I did. And usually my lovers range from celebrities to people of wealth and to-do, and sometimes my servants, they are my staff. They tend to me in more ways than one. Mini Minge live on stage, Rose. You're giving me so many ideas for celebrity things to do, darling. Live on stage. Yes. Ah, I shall be a star once again. I will. Anyway, my new lover, my Sunday lover, he still is. I'm keeping him on call. Just sporadically, darlings, because I do not need to be away from you, my viewers, like I was this last month because of it. But he's on call, and he is the groundskeeper son, his young son. I'm a cougar. Yes, I am. 22 he is. And he's my groundkeeper's son. And my goodness, my darlings, when I told you that I was pounded like a jackhammer on a pavement, I wasn't kidding you, my darlings. I was not kidding you. He did things to me that I've never seen. I've never even seen it or read about it in 50 Shades of Grey, darlings. The things that he was doing to me. I tell you this. That is why he's only once in a while. He's much like if one is trying to watch their weight and they have some sometimes food, he is my sometimes lover. Because I cannot handle it. I can't. Minge in the City. Oh my. Wouldn't that be a delicious show? Ones are the ones we gotta go to. Yes, definitely, Gecko. Get yourself a young one. You usually go for the older ones. Well, I love a variety. I do. But I used to be very content with my husband. And I waited desperately to find a lover until the paramedics left. I did. I waited that long. And as a matter of fact, one of the first lovers was the coroner. It was. I met him at the funeral home, and he took me there. Took me there, right there by the casket. He did. Anyway, my darlings, you must find a lover if you need one. And I know it's very hard these days with the pandemic and things. I did, Lynn. I waited that long, and it was romantic. It was. My husband was not there. He was still on the slab. But I was at the funeral home. The man cuts the trailer park yards is sexy. Is he? Gonna make him mine soon and trim my bushes. Got to find a lover after my hubby left for his cousin. Oh, how hills have eyes is that. Dear, 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 dear Trella. You must find something. Go for it, my darling. Go for it. Have him trim your bush. Trim it. Make sure he trims it shapes it. A shapely bush. If one is to have a bush. And they want to trim it. They don't want to get rid of it, but they want to trim it. I think it is delightful to have a shaped one. Maybe even a character. My fair Minge. Rosethorn, we should get together, darling. You could put on so many stage shows for me. Write them down for me. Yes, but anyway, my darlings, yes, you must shape your bush if you're not going to get rid of it completely. And when you shape your bush, darlings, hello, cowbell, darling. Hello, my darling. When you shape your bush, you will have admirers come from far and wide to comment on it. And they might even touch your bush. They might. Hop-shaped landing strip. Exactly, my darlings. 90-day minge. How delicious is that? Except we do not want, darling, we don't want people like that little man on that 90-day fiancé show. The little man. What was his name? He was not a good person. Not a good person at all. I can't remember his name. Big Ed. Thank you, Colorful Gecko. Thank you, darling. That Big Ed is something of my nightmares. He is. Big Ed, my breasts. I thought you were bushless. I have bushes around the castle, darling. I have bushes everywhere. If you're talking about my Minge, then no. It's very soft and delicate. No, Nick Ed. Yes, I did feel sorry for him, though. I will say this. He did not have a neck. And I think that's why he was such a jerk. He was. Bushes everywhere. Yes, we must have bushes everywhere. I do agree. Big Ed and Chantal. Oh, you saw my video, darling. I have just recently started watching our friend Chantal, that foodie beauty. Oh my goodness, darling. I feel I must do a video called the Duchess's Fashion segment or something to go along with her delicious fashion that she's doing. The latest one I watched, the latest one, darlings. I don't know. I have yet to come up with the words. I don't know. What do you think of her Minge situation? That poor Minge. It suffered so much. I know about Minge suffering. Her Minge has suffered so much, darlings. And now she's wearing tighter clothes, suffocating the Minge even more. Does the Duchess like to wear floral print? I do, Amanda, I do. I love floral print. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be having another frock. And I believe the frock has floral print on it. I do believe. I do. I love all kinds of print. I am the Duchess of Beaverton, but I'm also the Duchess of Fashion. And I love crazy fashion. I do. Effective, intuitive Minge. I just think that the Minge needs some time to heal and to rest. She's doing that for the theater. I do agree, Evil. I do. I just recently started watching her as I want to expand my horizons with the news, and I recently came across her through Maya, with the parodies and things, And I thought there was a lot going on there, so I wanted to discover it for myself. My, did I find things. I did. I quickly turned things off as well, darling. Certain ones, I just turned it right off. The Swamp Minge. Yes, the Swamp Minge. I do say frock, darling. I do. Oh! No, it's frock, not fuck. No. Frock. Like clothing. Delicious clothing, frocks. Pizza, and it's not doing anything drastic, and it's not giving up food. And she's not doing anything drastic, not giving up food. I do know this to be true. I do. I love floral too. I made a sexy skirt out of my mom's hand-me-down curtains. It looks so classy here in the trailer park. Oh, darling. We have much to discuss. We do. What are some of your fashion go-tos for this summer? Do you personal stylist shop for you? Shavita, I have many frocks for summertime because I get relatively, depending on where I go, where I used to go pre-pandemic. And I do enjoy shorts, and I do enjoy lovely, loose, breathing tops. But if I'm supposed to be at a dinner, I'm supposed to go out, and I want to look my best, I always find gowns that are breathable, darlings. You must have breathable frocks. You must. Yes. And try not to get too tight, especially in the heat. Around here, around Beaverton, there's a lot of rain. So there's not a lot of time for nice, comfy shorts and things. You want to stay nice and dry and, But recently, I haven't been able to go out much in the last year. It's been tough. It has. It's been tough for everyone. And I send my thoughts and love to everyone around the world. Fake Maya is here. I heard about that bastard. And he's here in my lives. Hello, fake Maya time. Hello. Hello, darling. You must be bored to have to copy an account and come into people's lives. You must be bored. I feel sorry for you. Unless you're doing it as a tribute. If you're doing it as a tribute, then it might be something different. MK, hello, darling. Hello. Hello. I like Foodie Booty theme song. Oh, do you? I'm sure he thanks you, I'm sure. A little like Elizabeth Taylor style caftans. Yes, you would love to shop for me, Shavita. Well, darling, if you would love to shop for me, then you email me, Duchess of Beaverton at gmail.com, and we will go shopping. Yes, we will. Caftans are delicious. I do love them. I do have some. I do. But lately, this past year, without being able to do anything and go anywhere, then what's the point? It was just recently, since I joined Maya Time, that I even got out my jewels. I had these delightful things sent from Beaverton. As you've seen me with the other deliciously wonderful sapphire sets. But I wanted my diamonds, so I had them sent from Beaverton. Because I don't plan on going back right away. I do not wear 5X clothing. I might be big, darling, but I'm not that big. That should be a crime. What should be a crime, darling? Fake Maya needs a good minge pounding. I agree. I do agree. I need new glasses and I love your frames. May I copy them? But I will not look as fantastic as you, but I can dream. Silent witness, you don't need to copy me, darling. Just find something fabulous like this and purchase it. I'm in love with the Duchess. MK, darling. Thank you. Thank you, darling. I do appreciate it. Hello, Mrs. Duchess. You look gorgeous. Hello, Pagan. And I thank you so very much. I do thank you. I love Samoa's Girl Scout cookies. I have had Girl Scout cookies shipped to me, and my favorites are the Thin Mints. Not because they're thin by any means, or they have the word thin in them, but I do enjoy mint. I do. Hello, Trey, darling. Big heart to you, my dear. Foodie said she's not giving up any kind of food and doesn't eat sweet things. She just inhales them. Yes, that is true. I watched the one. I'm getting there, my darlings. I'm going to catch up with you on the Chantal business and the Amber Lynn business and the Amy business and the Jen business and all of the other mukbangers as part of my not my channel. I'm sorry, Maya. It's your channel, darling. I'm sorry. Part of my video segments is going to be doing reactions, but I'm not just going to do reactions on the mukbangers. I'm going to do reactions on many different things. Many different things. But I'm trying to catch up with all of the girls because it's a lot to catch up to. It's many years. I sent her a link and she deleted my comment. Oh, I'm so sorry. Foodie's still claiming no inpatient treatment for binge eating disorder in Canada, when there most definitely is. Just Google something. Someone told her months ago. She said treatment information triggered her. Everything is a trigger, my darling. Everything is a trigger. Were they made from the real Girl Scouts, Your Grace? No, darling. No, darling. Despite popular belief, the royals do not eat humans. We don't. We do not. You love the Thin Mints, or your second favorite, delicious. Except no substitutes. Nice and quick-witted as usual. Thank you, Trey, darling. Thank you, my darling. Oh, good, Lynn. I'm glad because I do not wear 5X. I'm glad Eva was not talking about me. Trailer park is fun. What did Trailer Park say now? I love the Duchess too. My grandpappy told me my family came over on the Mayflower, slipped on a wet rock, fell on a lady, and that's how our family started. Darling, isn't that delicious? Isn't it? The royals can sod off. I'm sorry you feel that way, Violet. I'm sorry, darling. Though I do agree some of them can. I am not related, darling. I'm not even in the bloodline, and neither was my husband. And I will tell you why. Just a second, darling. I just keeps the royal minge lovely using rose water and spring water. Yes. Do the royals turn into lizards? I think so. I think we do. I do. Lisa, High Duchess from the United Kingdom, my fellow United Kingdomer. Yes, just some of them. Yes, Violet, just some of them. Now, I will tell you quickly. Are the royals reptilian? I believe it. I believe it, darling. I do. As a matter of fact, I would love for somebody to come forward and tell the truth. I have seen things. I used to see Prince Philip at the dinner table. And he was either a reptilian or he was like that rocker, that metal rocker with the big tongue. Whatever his name is. What is his name? I keep forgetting. He's from Kiss. What is his name? No, not Ozzy. I love Ozzy. Ozzy and Sharon and I used to be good friends. Gene Simmons, yes, the one, the womanizer with the big tongue. The only thing that made me happy about that tongue was my minge. Made my minge happy when I'd see it. But yes, Prince Philip at the dinner table. Once in a while I would see that tongue go like that, and I thought he was a lizard. I did. Sorry, darlings, I must fix my crown. Phil has a common law family. So I will tell you, my darlings, about how I became the Duchess of Beaverton. Or not how I became, that's another time, another story. It is. But my husband was not, because he's dead. He was not blood related to the royal family. He became royal because he was close friends with Prince Charles for many, 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 many decades. And the Queen gave him an honorary dukedom and a little piece of land called Beaverton. And then he met me. And then I became the Duchess of Beaverton. So there's no blood relation whatsoever to the royal family. So I'm not a lizard person. I'm not. Tommy Lee, yes. Yes, I love Tommy. Tommy and I, he went on the yacht one time with us. And I saw him in a bathing suit. Well, bathing shorts, as it were. They didn't hold, I will tell you that. They didn't hold. No, they didn't. He gave me quite a surprise. He did. And I was delighted. Much, much, much delighted, my darlings. Magnus didn't like it. My husband, my late husband, Magnus. He didn't like it very much, but I quite enjoyed it. That Pamela, her minge. When I think of what my minge went through last month, her minge must have been on fire for years, darling. On fire. That's what I'm talking about, Amanda, his drumstick. They did not hold, shenanigans is what I'm saying. The shorts did not hold. They did not keep it intact. Darling, everybody's beautiful and they've got a big dingling. Exactly, Joanne. Woo-woo! Not scrawny everywhere. That's right, Jim. Not scrawny everywhere. Support his man gems. Yes, you must support his man gems. Must. I love drumsticks and a pair of tighty whities. Do you, Trella? Do you? I enjoy the latest TikTok trend with the gray sweatpants dance, where all the men get in the gray sweatpants and they wiggle, and everything wiggles. I have enjoyed that. I might even do a reaction on them. I've enjoyed them a lot. I know, darling, I know. Go, or it, Maya. What? What are you talking about, Violet? Kick those man gems. Hello, Yindo. Kick those man gems. JK just got in. Not sure what the topic is. We're talking about Tommy Lee's things and how the TikTok trend with the gray sweatpants wiggle has gotten me all riled up. All riled up. Who is your favorite Sacha Baron Cohen character? That is a good question. I do love the Borat. I do. I must admit. I love the Borat movies. I do. I just wish he had done one with me. I wish I had been in. I'm dying to get into a movie, darlings. I'm dying to get into movies. I meant go for it, Maya. Keep a straight face, LOL. Darling, you know I'm trying. You ladies can keep your wiggles. I prefer pizza. Sherry, my darling. I understand. But there comes a point in time when even pizza can be put aside for a good wiggle. It can. A good, heavy, strong, floppy wiggle. It can. What is the lip color I'm wearing tonight? I do believe I have it here amongst my things, and I will try. It's called infatuation. Because everybody's infatuated with me. They are. They just don't know it yet, but they are. I'm not into lanky. No, you must have a good bit of beef. A bit of beefy man, you know. If you could get a beefy man with a delightful wiggle, like my groundkeeper's son that I have every Sunday, or had every Sunday. All right, one Sunday. That's all I can handle, darlings, one Sunday. Only one. Have you ever been infatuated with someone, Duchess? I am infatuated with many. I do. Hello, loving loves. Hello, darling. Oh, I wish I was a queen, darling. Unfortunately, I'm only a duchess. But I could be the queen. I could. I should be. I should be. Now, I'm infatuated, darling. I'm infatuated with many celebrities. I am. And I'm infatuated with some YouTubers as well. I don't always know their names, darling, you see. Sometimes I just like to look at them. I don't necessarily need to study them. You will be the queen. I wish, darling. I wish I could kick Kate right off the balcony and take William for my own. She's done her duty by providing the heirs and the spares, so he can move on to a more mature woman. One who knows exactly what they need to do in more ways than one. I'm on the ugliest list. Oh, I don't believe it, darling. Only people are ugly in their hearts. Their hearts and their personality is what makes people ugly. You look like a doll. Do I look like a doll? Can you tell us about your stripping days? Of course I can tell you a little bit about my stripping days, darlings. It was well, not pre-weight. I was quite large during my stripping days, I was. That's when I was gaining weight, darling, because I was depressed. And I would take all my monies at nighttime and I'd go into the local restaurant, the open restaurants, and I would eat. And then I would take things home from the open convenience stores and I'd eat. And I gained weight. But anyway, my stripping days, yes. I used to ride the poles, darling, I did. I rode those poles as hard as I possibly could. I would do anything for a pound. That's $1 American, you know. That's our money is pounds. I would do anything for a pound. I would do anything for $1 if I was in America. I would. I used to shake every part of my body. I was very limber back in those days, darlings. Now I think if I got on the floor, I wouldn't be able to get back up. But I used to be very limber. I used to do tricks and dances like you wouldn't believe. There's that one movie, my darlings. I was the female version of Magic Mike. I could do it all. I danced, I strutted, and I did strip. I stripped all the way and rode the poles. But I was very careful. You must be very, very careful when you're riding the poles naked, darlings. You must make sure that you have at least a small space between the pole and your minge and your bum. Because it could rub and tear. I call them ladies, even though they were strippers like me, but they're ladies anyways. Ladies of the evening. Not hookers, but ladies of the evening, you know. Do I peel bananas? I don't peel my own fruit. I used to peel my own fruit, but I don't peel my own fruit anymore. No. Baby powder required, exactly. Just in case, my darlings. I bet you were a double-jointed gal. You don't know the half of it, Joanne. You don't know the half of it, darling. That's why I made so much money as a stripper. I could do many things. Many things with my body. Contortionist I was. I was a contortionist. I could do many things for my body. Did you Nancy for the Prince? Philip? Did I Nancy? Did you Nancy for Prince Philip? Did I Nancy or did I dance, darling? He was at the local strip clubs too, you know. Did you strip for, I did. I stripped. My pussy's out of control. Pussy! Pussy, stop doing that, darling. Go play with your ball somewhere else, pussy. Thank you. Yes, darlings, I did strip for royals when they came to the club, and that's how I met my husband. He was a duke by that point. He was. What happened was this. I had gained a significant amount of weight by that point, my darlings. And unfortunately, I was too heavy for the pole. Well, you see, I was doing my normal tricks. I still could do it. I still had it. And I rode the poles. And the pole broke. And I came cascading down and landed in the lap of my future husband. He was quite erect at that moment. And that's when he knew, and I knew. And then shortly after that, we were married. And I had a whole new life. I had to learn a whole new set of rules, which I never always followed. Never always followed. I tried. I try. Isn't it romantic, isn't it? It was meant to be. It was meant to be. I knew that night when I went to work that something magical was going to happen. I just thought I would get, an extra few £100 put in my G-string, but instead I met my future husband. And who would know, who would have thought, my darlings, that years later I would be dripping in diamonds? Who knew? From a chorus girl to a stripper to the Duchess of a small little itty-bitty insignificant place on the map. But even though it's an insignificant place, I still have dined with the royals. I've dined with celebrities. I'm a celebrity in my own right. Not as big as I think I am, but I'm going to get there. They will remember me. They will. What have I missed? What's happening, Cowbell? Dying to know how she got them. What are we talking about? I missed everything. I was talking about myself. Toured the world dancing. Good question. Duchess did tour the world dancing. No, I wish I had. I wish I had toured and seen the world. I do. But I didn't, unfortunately. I did do a bit of touring in around Ireland, Scotland, and of course the United Kingdom, with the chorus business. But then again, I got fired from that too, darlings. Pussy, take your ball and go, darling. You must not interrupt Mummy. Thank you, darling. So yes, I did do a bit of touring, but not worldwide like I would have liked. I saw it on fake news. I think they were attached by their leashes to the pole. What are we talking about, darlings? I'm quite lost now. I've never been lost before. My grandma was from a third world country and her husband kidnapped her after school one day and they married her. That's how they did it back then. Romances were blossomed in different ways, my darling. Everything back then, back in the days. They were... What are we missing from Cowbell? They didn't give it to her yet. Who's giving her what? Lady gets the 5,000 reward. I am missing so very much, my darlings, and I am sorry. With my minge, my internet keeps kicking you off. Sorry I couldn't join in with you, Duchess and the Beaver Gang. Till next time, thank you, Rue, darling, when you watch this back. If you watch this back, thank you. The Duchess is too posh and important to have to endure the task of peeling her own fruit. That is correct, darling. I am too important and too busy. I'm constantly busy doing something. Whether it's staring at my jewels or watching the telly or watching the YouTube. We have a lot of the same things in common. After what Grandpappy told me, maybe we are family. We could be. We all could be family. Who knows, my darlings? I don't put anything past anyone. I am very lost, my dears. Please tell us your favorite hobbies. Trade, darling. My favorite hobbies. Well, darling, I used to love crocheting. I did. I used to love crocheting. I would crochet. And I crocheted these delightful little things. And I would give them to the poor. I would. I was very, very kind with that. And I do love to watch and participate in the reality shows like The Voice and American Idol and all those reality shows, darling. I pretend I'm a judge. I do pretend I'm a judge. I like to participate. I don't know if that's a hobby, if that's just me being crazy, but I enjoy doing that. I do. Lady Gaga's dogs. Oh, yes, darlings. I did write that down. I wrote that down for a news segment. If I'm going to do a news segment soon, I did write that down. I feel so bad for them. And for the dog walker. I do. Are you friends with any of the reactors in the United Kingdom like Milk Tea, Robin, or Mike? I do enjoy Robin, Mike, and Milk Tea. I do. We're not friends as far as talking. We don't talk every day. But I've sent my love to them. And if they wish to be in the presence of greatness, they will write back. Do you hear that, Mike's thoughts? Robin the Explorer, milk tea. If you want to be in the presence of greatness, you must write back. You must. Collecting diamonds? Oh, darling, that is a wonderful hobby. It is. I haven't collected as much as I used to, you know. There was always a time when I would get diamonds or jewels, and it was never always a special occasion, you know. It was just because, or here, darling, this is for you. Your hobbies are a lot healthier than I expected. Well, what did you expect, my darling? What did you expect? Yes, Robin and Mike do have the greatest laughs, and I do admit when they laugh, I tingle. I do when they laugh. Their laugh makes me tingle. Good evening, dear Duchess. Good evening, Edgar Poe, and welcome. Welcome to the Duchess's Live. Thank you, Les, darling. Welcome to the live, sweetheart. Welcome. I'm dripping in diamonds tonight, darling. I am doing my diamonds. Is Trailer Park being naughty? What is Trailer Park doing now? I like to glue macaroni noodles on paper and shapes of animals. I made a cock-a-doodle-doo once for my best friend, but Bullweevil Bugs ate it before I could give it to him. Oh, Davida, you do have some interesting hobbies. You do. Hello, Miss Hussey, darling. Welcome. Welcome, darling. Is the fake Maya time still in here? Is he? I need to know this. Everybody say hello to Miss Hussey. Bollocks, I got knocked off. Bollocks, Rose, darling. You got knocked off line due to a blackout. You're having a blackout, darling. Be careful. Pussy, will you please take your ball elsewhere, darling? Thank you, darling. Sorry about that, my loves. My pussy gets crazy once in a while. She does. Pussy. Yes, I'm so glad Miss Hussey and everyone's here tonight. I do. Young legend, is Prince Charles still stuffing Miss Duchess? He's stuffing the Duchess of Cornwall, my darling. I'm sure. He got his wish. He always wished he could be her tampon. And now he's got her minge to his heart's content. Well, thank you, Miss Hussey, darling, and I'm sure you're looking fabulous, as you always do when I tune into your videos. I do. What did you miss about Robin? They asked, darling, if I was friends with all the United Kingdom reactors, and I said that I do love them, but we don't talk on a regular basis. But if they wanted to be in the midst of brilliance and magnificence, they would write me back. And that Robin's lovely laugh and Michael, my dear Michael's laugh, makes me tingle. Because it does. It makes me happy, giddy, and tingle. They do. Hello, honey Tina, darling. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, the bookies. I do enjoy that word, Miss Hussey. I do. Bookies. It rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Bookie. It's lovely. I love it. Makes me happy. Tingle in the minge, yes, my darling, my minge. And I've got to be careful of tingling for a little bit. Just a little bit more time. My minge needs to be on the mend. So I've told my gardener's son he's not allowed near the premises till my minge is completely healed. And I've done a little bit more videos and a little bit more lives. Because you know what happens if he gets near my minge. I'll be out for another month. Yes, minge on the mend. I can set up so you can ring Robin. I would love that, darling. I would love that. Love to talk to him. Yes. If he would love to be amongst magnificence. It is not the pool boy, no. Nope, it's the caretaker, groundskeeper's son. I'm a cougar. I am. Did you get men's from YouTube? If you do, maybe I should make one. Do you get men's from YouTube? Oh, do you get men's? Like, do you get gentlemen? Sometimes, darling, you do get fans. Sometimes, I will admit, you get fans that take it a little bit too far. They do. They do in their messages and things to you. They get too far. But you do get attention. You do definitely get attention. And you should definitely do a YouTube channel. Definitely. Sometimes it's unwanted attention too, darling. It sounds wonderful at first. And then it gets very single white female. Very much. So anyway, what was I talking about, darlings? I forgot. I think we got off track somewheres. I told you about falling off the pole. Yeah, so the men's to be found on YouTube. Where does one look for the men's? Adam, darling. I don't know where one looks for them. I just have them flooding to me. They flood to me. Am I a romantic lover? I am very romantic, my darling. I am. I do love a bit of romance. Very Titanic. Just not drowning, you know. I don't want that. That's not romantic. But you get the idea. You have no drink. You must be parched. I am parched, darling. I do have a bit of water that I sip from. A bit of tea over here. But no alcoholic beverage at the moment. I cannot have it. It's 4 o'clock in the morning here, darling, in Scotland. And I cannot have alcohol now. The Duchess is a romantic minge, always covered in candle wax. How did you know, Rose? That is one of my favorite things to do. One time I did burn my minge. Just a bit. I thought the candle wax was dripping, darling, but it was on fire. The flame did not go out first, darlings, and I burnt it a bit. Just a bit. Just a bit. I put some aloe vera on it. Just relax it. My poor minge has been through so much torture in my lifetime. It has. Maybe if I get some drip like you, Duchess, then some men's would find me. Yet, darling, you don't necessarily need the drip. It's an added bonus. Added bonus. Stick with me, though, darling. I'll have a man on you in no time. I am a good matchmaker as well, darlings. I am. I'm trying to do so much hustle. You have no idea, my dears. No idea. Drip dry. Rose thorn. That is revolting. Very revolting. Take care of your minge. It is the only one I have, darling. It is. It is very much the only one that I have. And unfortunately, I put my minge through hell all the time. I do. I enjoy things, you know. I enjoy things. And unfortunately, I can't say, you know, that I waited very long after my husband passed away, you know, to find someone. As a matter of fact, I waited until the paramedics left, darling. But I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. And everybody must enjoy it. Sexual things, darling, sexual things are to be enjoyed. They are to be enjoyed. They are to be loved, appreciated, enjoyed. And a minge is just the gateway to passion. Absolute gateway to passion. If you would love to email Maya or the Duchess, yes, it's mayatime@gmail.com for Maya and Duchess of Beaverton, not the Duchess, but Duchess of Beaverton @gmail.com for me. And well, I have, hello, Morgan, darling. Hello, darling, my lovely Morgan. My lovely, lovely Morgan. I still have time, darling. You still have time, darling. Sorry. You still have time, my darlings, to get some questions or get some advice from me by emailing me at duchessofbeaverton.com. No, duchessofbeaverton@gmail.com. You can email me or you can send me a video question, or if you're looking for advice, you can send it by email or by video through email, and everything will appear on my next video for the channel. I think that made sense, my darlings. I think it did. I did. Thank you, honey Tina, darling. Thank you. It's called, what is it called? What did I say? Infatuation. It's called infatuation. Gladys, darling, you're late but high. I love you. Thank you for coming. Remember, Dutchy men are not just for Christmas. They're for birthdays and Valentine's Day, too. They are. They are for Rosh Hashanah, Kwanzaa, St. Patrick's Day. Hello, pussy. My pussy is crazy tonight, my loves. There she is. She's crazy, crazy tonight. I think she lost her ball. I do a paramedic. Yes, I can imagine, Adam, I can imagine. I did the coroner. Or the coroner did me, I should say. Every day but Sunday. That is what my rule was, shenanigans it was, but the groundkeeper's son, he made me break that rule. And then he broke my minge. So I must be like karma. Maybe it's karma. Who knows? All I know is I did enjoy myself, but the aftermath was quite terrible. It's about a month. Be a little while before I enjoy him again. Does the Duchess have a vibrator? Shavita? How personal! And yes, I do. I do. I called Rocky. I do. My vibrator's name is Rocky. Like Rocky Balboa. It just punches. It does. Punches hard. I do. I do enjoy. It's one thing I will say about me, my darlings. That I may be a duchess. And I may be connected to the royal family. But before all that, I was a normal, everyday, working girl. So to talk about things like my minge, or vibrators, or wangers, willies, wanking, flippy floppy things, it's fine, my darlings. Because I can be as posh as I need to be, and I can be as naughty as I need to be, because all of it is real. It's not being fake, hiding behind a title or tiara. I see why you keep Gary around to clean up your scandals. Yes, my darling, my loyal butler, Gary. I keep him around to clean up my messes. He's been very tentative to my minge, I will say. My very faithful butler. Very much so. Between him and Blanche, my best friend Blanche, they cared for me during my unfortunate minge episode. They did. Cared for me greatly. Helped me mend myself, darling, so I could be here with you tonight. I was reluctant to start back up, but they reassured me. They did. They said, you get out there, Winifred. Get out there and do your thing. And I said, all right. I'm going, darlings. I'm doing it. Doing it. Gary is my butler. Yes, my ever-faithful butler. He's been with me for 10 years, darlings. 10 years. Been very close to me like my rock. But don't mistake that for my vibrator. But he's been like a rock to me. The last 5 years. Do I need a minge transplant? No, darlings. I'm My minge is all mended and ready to go. It is. I'm taking a break from my lovers, though, for another week or so. Illegally Blonde, darling. Hello. Hello, darling, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yes, I'm taking a bit of a break, just a bit, from my men. I'm back in the YouTube game. I told Maya I'm ready to go. And he said, all right. My butler services me, but not in the naughty way you're thinking, Sherry. No, no, no. He is strictly professional, but he's very close to me and I love him dearly. Week-long break, cruel and unusual punishment. It is, Adam. It is very cruel and unusual punishment, but it must be done. It must be done. I have things to do, darling. And I can't be put up in bed mending a minge. I just can't do it no more. Duchess, don't forget I explain everything in our collab. I know, darling. I know, sweetie. I will, Joanne, darling. I will. I will do my exercises, my Kegels, and I will do things I need to do to keep myself tidy and ready. Tidy and ready. Hello, Maria, darling. I miss my vibrator, Ronnie. I named it after my farm friend and gardener. Oh, isn't that lovely? And both of our vibrators starts with R. Yours is Ronnie and mine is Rocky. They pack a punch. Minge mending. Is there a card for that? I'm not sure, darling, but we should talk to Hallmark. We should talk to Hallmark and find out if they make them do one. And we should get the money for it. Minge mending. I am so sorry about your minge. Don't go on a binge because you hit your minge. Something like that, darling. That would be delightful. I need to put my lovers aside, too. You don't have any. Oh, honey, darling, you're gorgeous, though. You're gorgeous. And some Kegels. Yes, Maria, I'm going to do the minge Kegels. Shavita, darling, thank you for the super chat. Maya appreciates it. I'm working hard for him tonight, darling. I am. Working very hard for him. Hashtag save the minge. Yes, darling, you must. I'm going to go out amongst the people. And I'm going to be an advocate for the woman's minge. You must take care of your minge, ladies. You must be careful how you get pounded. You must make sure that your men treat you right, your minge correctly. Because you do not want to be in bed for a month, icing and tending and mending your minge. Having your butler and your best friend help you talk to it. I had people talk to it, darling. I had shamans here chanting, blowing smoke all over the place, darling. I did. Bells ringing, candles lit. The whole thing for my poor minge. As opposed to the man's minge. Well, the man's minge does take a beating sometimes, darling. It does. They must be more careful, though. They must be more careful. Do Kegels help if you have a WAP? I've heard about this WAP, darling. The wet ass paw. I would assume it does. I have never had one as wet as it's described, darling. Although I've come close, but I've never had one as wet as that. So anything Kegels I've ever done, I've had to lubricate my minge. Never had it that wet, darling. I would love to try. Maybe my new lover, maybe they can help me with that. Maybe they can. I have not shenanigans, but you know, darling, it's something I might try. I might do it. I might. Freaking the bed. Poor Midge. Exactly. I'm going to read this, Vera. Like Ludacris said, you're a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. The poor Minge. Exactly. That describes me to a T. To a T. Because in the streets, I'm very collected, together. Hello, hello. Fa-fa, fa-fa. In the sheets, darling, I'm a whole other creature. I am. 50 Shades of Grey has nothing on me, darling. It doesn't. Mingy means tight with the money in the UK. Do you have a word in the US and Canada? I don't know. What do they say, darling, for a tight person with money? Duchess, is this true? Gary informed me that you're moving your estate to the United States. Do you like your American man Do you like your American man or for business? Oh, darling, yes. It's more for business. It is. I'm not moving the estate, though, darling. I'm moving myself. My son will be carrying on as the Duke of Beaverton, as my husband is dead. So he will carry on the Dukedom of Beaverton. And as soon as I'm ready, I will be making the move to the United States of America. I want to be a little bit closer to Maya. And I have a little bit of a friendship with Miss Hussey as well. I'm gonna disclose some private information. Miss Hussey and I have been talking. Yes, we have. We are good friends. Behind the scenes, we are. And I want to be close to Miss Hussey. I do. And I want to be a part of America. I want to see America. So I'm going to be moving there. It might not be permanent. It might be temporary. We shall see. But as my son will be carrying on the dukedom, I'm no longer really necessary here, darlings. I'm becoming obsolete as time goes on. So now that I have this new adventure ahead of me, why not go experience things like America? See how the Americans do things. I would love more than anything, to go out and about, meet the people, see what it's like in the real world, the American world, and bring my duchessiness, my Britishness to America, where they're much needed. It's much needed help in America. They need the help, darlings. They need the help of a British person, but someone who won't look down at them. Someone who knows the struggle. Where does that beast of a man Maya live in America? He lives in New York, my darling. In New York. The upstate, I'm told. The upstate, not the city, but the upstate. And I think that's where I shall reside as well. I will find a lovely little cottage or mansion. Probably not a cottage, probably a mansion, darling. Somewhere around there. To reside, to take in the atmosphere, to be closer to Maya, closer to my friend Hussey, closer to everybody in America, closer to America. Upstate New York is beautiful. I've seen pictures, Kung Fu Gym. I've seen pictures of it, and it is deliciously beautiful. The Adirondack Mountains. The seasons changing. I don't know if they'll know what's hitting them when I come to America. But I'm coming. I don't know when just yet. I do have some things to tidy up in Beaverton before I go. But I will be going. What type of man are you attracted to? A breathing one, Shavita. One that's breathing, darling. Yes, true. I want them breathing. Even though I've heard, darling, that sometimes a corpse will have an erection. And as titillating as that might be, I don't think I'm into necrophobia. I don't think so. I mean, if I were to slip on something and land on a corpse erection, then so be it. But as long as they're breathing and have a pulse, we are good to go. My father came into the room and asked me, "Is that Dame Edna you're watching?" Oh, bless his heart, Lynn. Say hello to your father for me, will you? Please. Please, please tell him hello. Yes, Dame Edna and I are friends. We used to correspond together quite often, even though she's much, much, much older than I am. You see. But I do understand the resemblance. I do. We're like two birds of a feather. We flock together in our frocks. And then she's getting ready to retire, and I'm coming up, darlings. I'm coming up, even in my older age. I'm still young and full of vigor. Full of vigor. My poor Minge. Mending. Minge is mending. I'll be back to tip-top shape in no time. So watch out, America, because I'm coming. I am coming, darlings. Grab you something to drink and ask questions for the Duchess. Yes, please. And send questions too, my loves. Please, darlings. Send questions to duchessofbeaverton@gmail.com for my next video. I'm trying really desperately to make it. And I need my love's help. I do. You are a part of this, my darlings. You are a part of this. I heard Dame has some Minge stories for her. I'm sure she does, darling. I'm sure that old Minge has been through a hell and back. Yes. I will say it, darling. You don't look a day over 21. Aren't you precious, Cherry? You are very, very precious, Cherry. I do appreciate that, even though I am quite older than 21. But I thank you for it. It makes sense why I would go after my groundskeeper's son at age 22. Because I'm a cougar. I am. Will you be bringing your Sunday man with you to America? That will be up to him, my darlings. I will be bringing, the only ones I will be bringing is Blanche and my butler, Gary. Unfortunately, my weekday lovers, my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday lovers, they must stay at Balmoral. They belong to the Queen. I'm only using them. So they will be staying there. I will have to get new lovers, I suppose. New Monday, Wednesday. Not Monday, Wednesday. Oh, what am I talking about? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and possibly Sunday. We shall see. I don't know if he's tempted by America, but he is young. He might come with me. He might. Hey. Dawn, what was Adam? What? Amanda Dawn, what was the question? Is that your natural hair coloring, darling? I wish it was. I wish it was. It is all dyed, my darling. I do love a purple. I do love a purple. I love all shades of purple. I love pinks as well. But this is dyed, my darling. This is dyed. My natural color is blonde. They always say blondes have more fun, but I think purple has more fun. At least it's been my case with my Minge. That's a perfect emoji, my darling. It is perfect. I'm sure I can too. Ileana. Sorry, darling. Sorry, I didn't read it right, darling. Ileana. I'm sure I can find them from Monday through Saturday. Are your lovers on loan from the Queen? They are the help, darling. They're the help. The servants. I'm begging the servants, darling. Is the Duchess would ever be a sugar mama? I don't know, darling. I don't know. I quite like not having to pay for my encounters. I don't think one should ever have to pay for their encounters. I don't. But I might. I'm not saying it's out of the question. I might. Oh, Shavita, what plastic surgeon do you see in the United Kingdom? You have such elegant skin and so taut. I don't have a plastic surgeon. It's all natural. It is all natural skin. I have wonderful youth. Youthful skin, my darling. I do. Exactly, Eliana. Thank you, my darling. Can you use make out to mean that someone is saying something that isn't true, or does it mean kissing, etc.? Can you use make out to mean... It is used, I believe, my darling, I believe it is used both ways. Making out like sucking your faces together, tongues emerged, with each other tangled in a dripping, spitting mess. But also you could say, I cannot make out what they're saying because they're not speaking clearly enough. You can use it both ways, my darling. You had a sugar daddy once, he left you for a stripper on drugs. Unfortunately, Davida, and I will say I'm sorry for your misfortune. Unfortunately, some strippers, they do get on the drugs. My drug of choice was burgers and fries, fish and chips, burgers and chips, sorry darlings. Fish and chips, burgers and chips, and lots of sweets. Those were my drugs. Which is why I gained so much weight, my darlings, and I broke the pole. But had I not gained that weight, this is the way I look at it, darling. If I had not gained the weight, if I had not been walking that pole that night, the pole would have never broken, and I would never have fallen into the lap of my future husband, and I wouldn't be here today, darlings. Think about it, darling. Think about it. Sherry, darling, you're fine, my dear. Hello, Sherry. Welcome. You are very late, my darling, but it's fine. I will accept your lateness this time, but not next time, darling. You must be on time. You must be on time. Make out like a bandit for getting away with it. They do, Miss Lovey. I have heard that term. Making out like a bandit as well. Americans, they have the weirdest terms. Things mean so... One thing means so many. You know what I'm saying? Hello again, no filter, mama. How are you, my darling? They are loud. Aren't they very loud? They're very... You can't get it, Cherry. You cannot get quiet ones. But you know what? You know what, Cherry? I adore them. I adore them. And they look to me... They don't look to me as a royal or the Duchess of Beaverton. They look at me as like a mother. They do. They do. And I look at them as my little children that work for me. So it's all right if they're a bit loud. I don't mind it. I've got my pussy out of control with their bowl. So why not have my servants loud? Just goes with the territory. They're getting up. They're just getting up to start the day, my darlings. 4:30 in the morning here. And I'm just going to bed. My days, they start out early. I get about 3 hours of sleep a day, darling. I'm going. I think what happened, I do believe, my darlings, I believe I caught up on a lot of rest when I was down with my minge. I do. Do they curtsy? Of course they do, darling. They must. They must curtsy. They must. Curtsy and bow. And I say, oh, no need to do that at 2 o'clock in the morning. And they don't. They just go upstairs. They listen to me. Just don't let them play Fox News in the background, darling. Nothing from Fox I heard. I heard, darlings, I did. That poor Maya did a live. He knows how it feels, though, to have their lives deleted. You fat bastard. Anyway, his live was blocked because some TV program was playing in the background. He got a bit of claim. This program got blocked, and he was quite irritated about it, I will tell you this. He was quite irritated. He called me. And he said, Duchess, you'll not believe what happened. And he told me. And I said, those bastards. Because, darling, not only did he get claimed, darling, it was the last 5 minutes of his live. And I said, those bastards. Bastards, bastards, bastards. But then I got calmer, darling. Because shortly after that, guess what happened? I did my first live with you all. And I was on cloud 9 I was. I was on cloud 9 when I left you that night. And I scampered over to my bed. And I called Maya. And it was late. But he was up anyways, you know. And I called him and I said, I'm done, darling. I know you were probably sleeping. You should have been watching me, but you were sleeping. I said, I was fabulous, darling. I go, I had a bit of wine. I will admit I got a little bit tipsy. I did. I said I had a little bit of wine. But I was fabulous. And he said, oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And then the next day it was gone. And I said, what happened, darling? He said, well, my finger got in the way. And all I can say is, you fat bastard. I worked very hard for you, darling. I worked very hard, and I drank things. I drank wine. On camera. On the telly. I drank the wine. I allowed people to see a royal drinking wine. Letting all their inhibitions go. And you go and delete it. And I was looking fabulous, darling. I was dripping in jewels. And my breasts were all... Well, they're not perky anymore, but they were there. They were there. And you go and delete it. But anyway, it's water over the bridge, as they say. This one, though, will not be. I am in control now, darlings. I am in control of my lives. And this live will not be deleted. It will not. What is happening? I missed everything. Will you ever host a karaoke live stream, Duchess, like Maya does? I might, Adam, I might. I have the voice of a goddess, so I might just do that. We shall see, Adam. I will put that in my little suggestion box. I will do it. I'm going to write it down right now. Long live the minge. Exactly, Liana. Long live the Duchess's minge. Karaoke with the Duchess. We shall see, my darlings. We shall see. Someone anonymous drops a file in my office called The 50 Shades of the Duchess. Morgan, I will talk to you later about that, darling. Who dared did that to me? I will find them. Or I can be yours and we will role play. Preach, Duchess. Yes, I'm preaching, darling. I'm missing so much, darling. I'm so sorry. want you to be my auntie, the one that drinks too much in the cookout and passes out of the truck after cussing everyone out. The fun aunt. Oh, shenanigans, yes. Definitely. So glad the minge is on the mend. I was fretting about it. It is, Astriel, it is. Everything is mended and ready to go. Not in that way, though. I'm taking another week off of that. My lovers need to wait one more week. Just for precautions. Just for precautions. Maya, check it out. You are in Morgan Barnum. Darling, Morgan is... I know, darling, Morgan and I, we talk. We do. Good evening, Astriel, darling. I don't know if I said it already. I'm sorry, my darling. She may not be wet all the time. If you're talking about me, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Let me see your ring. Which one, my darling, do you want to see? Which ones? I have 2 rings, darling. I have 2 of them. Delightful. Then go lovely with my jewels. I know that I'm down here like this so I can read, my darlings, but I will try to be like this so you can see my delicious jewels. Flowing with diamonds. Get my crown back on there the right way. Dear Duchess, thank you for the hilarious live. I've been laughing your ass off. Good night and peace. Thank you, Edgar, my darling. I will see you next time. Would you wear pearls with pearl? Yes, no filter, Mama. As a matter of fact, I had these sent here because I'm in Balmoral in Scotland. And Castle Beaverton is in England. So I brought with me my blue sapphire sets. But I left all of my other jewels in Beaverton. But I had these sent to me specifically for tonight and also for future videos, as I said. Eventually, I will have all of my things sent here or sent to America. I'm going to have a few more sets, a few more tiaras, and yes, pearls are amongst them. You love the blue sapphire. Me too, my darling. The official crown of Beaverton. I will show you. I have it. Right here. I think I have it here. Blanche! Blanche! Darling! Is it? Okay, it is. The official crown of Beaverton. The official Duchess crown of Beaverton. As you've seen me wear before. Isn't it delightful? I love it. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. But my son's future wife will not get her hands on it. Even though it's the official Duchess crown. The bitch doesn't have a chance. And I don't even know her and I'm calling her a bitch. Can you imagine? I'm going to be the worst mother-in-law in the entire history of the mother-in-laws. But she will not get her hands on it. She will not. But yes, my darling, I will have pearls. I will have pearls. Do you love it, Calbell? It's a lovely, lovely, lovely tiara. I do enjoy it. Beautiful, more beautiful than I could have ever imagined. But anyway, I will be having more jewelry sent at some point, my darlings. And I do have a tiara with some pearls in it. So you'll be seeing that. Unfortunately, this does not want to stay with me at the moment. There we go. I move my head a bit too much. See, one must realize this. If you've ever really watched any royal or anyone with a tiara, they barely move their heads. They barely move. They're dull. That is why the tiaras stay on so well. This is about all the movement that they do. Maybe a little of this, maybe a little of that. But they're not as animated as your duchesses. No, they're not. They don't move around and move their heads. No, they don't. Do you like pearl necklace? Oh, your naughty shenanigans. I know what you're talking about. Don't forget, darling, I used to be a stripper. I know exactly what you're talking about, darling. And yes, I do. Check out what I wrote. What did you write, my darling? No filter, Mom. I've got to backtrack, darling. I will backtrack and find you. No filter, Mama. Where are you? What did you write, darling? I answered your question, darling, about the pearls. Check out. Did you write me an email, darling? Do you know that dude Maya's Instagram account? I do, Cowbell. I do. I have viewed it myself. There's not much on there, but it's all right. It's Maya Medea. Mahmmadea. Yes. All one word. All one word. All due respect, my dear Duchess, those curtains behind you look quite familiar. I think they might have been in Maya's life. Shavita, they are. They are. I watched his very first live. This is the story. I watched his very first live, I did. And I said, Blanche, I want to replicate him. I want those curtains. I love them. I need them in my little area. I do. This is my little cozy area. Next to the noisy stairs, though. But it's my little cozy area where I can just take a breath, look out at the sun. So I made sure, because I am the Duchess of Beaverton, I have the power and the means, my darling. Have the power and the means to have what I want. And I wanted the curtains. So I had them made for me. But thank you for noticing. Thank you. About pearls. Yes, darling, about the pearls, I said I definitely would wear pearls, yes. Yes, I will have some shipped from Beaverton, my dear. Certainly took decorative inspiration from the Duchess. I actually took it from him, darling. I did. I will admit it. As I was perusing, before I decided on Maya's, I was perusing him. I saw them and I said, I love it. I love it. You will make me some. Oh, no filter, Mama. Thank you, darling. Thank you. You send me an email or send Maya an email, darling. And one of us will get back to you. We will. And I heard through the grapevine that Maya is going to have a P.O. box. I did. And anything that you send to him or to me, if you send it to me, the Duchess of Beaverton, he will send it to me after he receives it. But when I'm in America, darling, I will unbox it there because I'll be right there in America. So I'll be closer to you. So he will send it. He will send it. You're welcome, Shavita. I'm trying, darling. I'm trying damn hard, darling. No, darling. No, Ava's Featherboa. No, darling. Listen to me. Listen to me, darling. Mahmmadea. All one word. Make you a pair of earrings, your color choice, pink. Oh, darling. Thank you, no filter, Mama. Yes. Thank you, darling. Whatever color you send, my darling. Whatever color you send. And I will wear them. I will. The Duchess does not have a P.O. box, darling. What's going to happen is Maya is getting a P.O. box. And anything you send to the Duchess, he will receive and then send straight to me at Balmoral. All right? Thank you. I will ask you all in the meeting. Okay, darling, no filter, mama. That sounds good. That would be lovely, and I would definitely wear them. Definitely wear them. I'm not one of these royals or rich persons that will not wear just the finest things. I love all jewelry. I love it all. I know, just saying, I know, darling. It is coming. I heard him say, definitely coming either Monday or Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday, the news of the P.O. box is coming because it'll be March by then. And I do believe he said March. I do. A 3-string pearls, of course, darling. Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you going to be like Feudy Beauty, all the postal wants you? Or the postal wants me? Of course they want me, darling. I'm the Duchess of Beaverton. What's not to want? What is not to want, my darling? Okay, my loves, it is getting... What time is it? Does the Duchess like brooches? I love brooches, darling. Look. Look at my newest brooch. You can't see it, but it's here. I do love brooches. I love all jewelry. Liza, darling. Hello, darling. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. I think next time, my darlings, I think next time I will plan a bit of a longer live. It's 11:30. Oh, my goodness. So it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. Almost. Hang on 1 second, my darlings. I will put the Instagram in. I learned how to do this. Maya showed me. Give me 2 seconds, my darling. Just look at my delicious jewels while you're waiting. Maya showed me how to do this, my darlings. Ooh, and I heard myself, didn't I? There you go, my darlings. That is the Instagram for Maya. Did it show? It did, darling. I did it. I did it. How delightful. It's only 8:46 in Vegas. I wish I was in Vegas, my darlings. I do. I really do. It is almost 5 o'clock in the morning here. As you heard, my servants were up and about. They're getting ready for the day. So I must dash, my darlings. I must get a few hours of sleep before the day starts. But if you like this live, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want a longer one, we'll do a longer one next time. I will write down the Duchess's email. Yes, here we go. This is fun, my darlings. I'm learning things. Give me 2 seconds, my loves. Did it work? Is it there? Gmail.com. That makes sense, right? Duchess of Beaverton at gmail.com. There we go! Darling, I did it. I did it again. It was successful. Hello, email. Next time, my darlings, next time. Do apologize for my tear. My diamonds are on fire, darling, and they're just bouncing off me. Next time, my darlings, I will make sure. God bless all of our mums, exactly. I will make sure that I do a longer live for you. If that is your wish. We can get into some more detail about my life. But the next episode of Dishing with the Duchess should do a video reading some sexy literature. You would like that, wouldn't you, Adam? You little minx, you love it. The next episode of Dishing with the Duchess will be an audience with the Duchess where you send me questions, your deepest questions you'd like to know, or if you have any questions you want advice on your life. I am a worldly woman. Even though I haven't been around the world, I'm still worldly. So, if you have any advice you need, or you can send a video, you may send a video to me, and your video will appear on my next video, loves. If you want your name at the end of your question, make sure you put that at the end of your question. Okay? If you want an anonymous, you just put anonymous at the end of your question. Unless you are doing a video, and then you won't be anonymous for you. All right, my loves, my darlings, my beavers, my little beaver shanks, lemon drops, my little crumpets, my little naughty Nellies. I hope she does too. He told me about that, darling, and I hope she does too. I hope she gets to go to Niagara Falls. It would be interesting and fun if I could join them as well. We shall see. Depends on when she goes, when they go, and depends on if I'm in America by then or not. But anyway, my loves, I must dash. I must take off these jewels and lay my head down for at least an hour and a half before starting another vigorous day and preparing for the next video. Now hurry up on your questions now, because I want to get the video out. Does who clean the pool? My pool boy? God save the minge. God save you all. God save the queen. Good night, my loves. Good morning. I love you. Goodbye.